100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Sounds tough, right? Now imagine being stuck on an island with nothing but a few trees, some animals, and a whole lot of ocean. No villages, no easy loot, just pure survival. This is my story of surviving 100 days on a remote island in hardcore mode. And trust me, things got crazy. Day 1, I spawned on a decent-sized island. About 5 to 10 trees, some grass, and luckily, a few animals. First things first, I punched some trees and crafted basic tools. I knew I had to be smart with my resources since I had no idea what was beyond the horizon. All right, first things first, let's get some stone. We've got our wooden pickaxe and now it's time to upgrade. Now let's grab a few more. Gotta make all the basic tools. All right, it's farming time. But instead of using land, I'm getting creative. We're making a crop farm right in the ocean. First, let's place some dirt blocks on the water. One here, another one there. And just like that, we've got ourselves a floating farm. Now we grab the hoe. Boom, tilled soil. And finally, let's plant the seeds. Wheat, carrots, maybe even some potatoes if we're feeling fancy. And now, we wait. Farming takes patience, but soon, this place is gonna be filled with fresh crops and food won't be a problem anymore. All right, back to mining. We're on the hunt for some good ores, iron, maybe even diamonds if we're lucky. Wait, this isn't a cave. I just mined my way outside? Hold on. What is that? A shipwreck? No way. I was just mining, and I randomly dug straight into a shipwreck on land. That's gotta be rare. All right, let's check it out. There could be treasure in here. Maybe some iron, emeralds, or even a buried treasure map. Now this just got interesting. All right, I finally got some iron. Now, time to smelt it. Let's throw it into the furnace, add some fuel, and now we wait. And there it is, our first iron ingots. Now let's craft something important, a shield. Perfect. Okay, let me hit this zombie. First up, a sword. Because let's be honest, I'm gonna need this. No more punching mobs like a caveman. And now for the armor. Helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots, all set. All right, now that I'm geared up, it's time to set up a food source. And what's better than a good old cow farm? First, we round up some cows. Come on, follow the wheat. That's it, good cows. Now that they're in a pen, let's start breeding. Here you go, some wheat for you, and some for you. All right, the farm needs more space. Let's clear out some dirt and make room for the cows. A little here, and some over there. Perfect. Now let's place some fences. Nice, now for the fun part, bringing the cows over. All right, come on, follow the wheat. That's right, keep moving. And in you go. Just a few more. And there it is, a proper cow farm. All right, time for a little adventure. I'm just sailing across the nothing but water so far, but you never know what's out here. Maybe a shipwreck, an ocean monument, or wait, what is that? No way, a mushroom biome? These are super rare. Look at this place. Giant mushrooms, mycelium everywhere, and oh, mooshrooms. This is definitely a lucky find. All right, let's explore and see if we can make use of this place. All right, so while exploring this mushroom biome, I decided to do a little mining. And guess what? More iron. This place isn't just rare, it's got resources too. I'll take all the iron I can get. You can never have too much. With this, I can make more tools, maybe even some backup armor. This trip is turning out to be pretty great. All right, after a successful mining trip, I'm finally back at the farm. Feels good to be back. Let's drop off all this iron and check on the crops. Looks like they've grown. The farm is coming together really well. We've got food, resources, and now even more iron for tools and armor. My friend just brought over some sheep, and not gonna lie, that's a big help. Meanwhile, the cows have multiplied like crazy. This farm's turning into a full-blown animal kingdom. I decided to keep the cows and sheep together in the same area. It's a little crowded, but hey, it works. Now we've got meat, leather, wool, everything we need, all in one place. This farm is growing fast, and it's only getting better. Oh, my bad. Time to go to sleep and feed my cows, and I'm planning to go for a mining trip. After a long mining session, I finally came across something huge. A massive cave. Dripping water, distant bat sounds. Whoa, look at this place, it's huge. There could be anything down here. Diamonds, mobs, maybe even an ancient city. All right, let's light this place up and see what we're dealing with. This could be a gold mine or a death trap. I've been mining for so long, and finally, wait. Yes, diamonds, finally, that took forever. Let's go. And it's not just one, there's more. This was definitely worth the grind. All right, let's mine these carefully. No lava surprises, please. I got more diamonds again. After a long mining adventure, I'm finally heading back. And this trip was definitely worth it. Got a good amount of iron, some gold, and of course, the best part, diamonds. Back at the farm, time to drop off the loot and take a break. That cave was crazy, but now we're stacked with resources. I'm on my way to find something new or something exciting. We left the cave, traveled through the ocean, and found a village waiting for us. Yes, this is perfect. Free food, free beds, and maybe even some good trades. All right, let's look around. Hopefully there's a blacksmith. Maybe we'll get lucky with some loot. So I went back into the caves, just casually mining, hoping to find something new. And then I saw dark blocks, eerie silence. And then it hit me. This is the ancient city. Yup, this is where the Warden lives. One wrong step, and it's game over. Gotta stay quiet, move slow, and hope the Warden doesn't sniff me out. But hey, the loot down here better be worth it. All right, let's sneak around and see what secrets this place is hiding. Okay, nope. This place is way too dangerous. If the Warden shows up, we're done for. We don't even have diamond swords, and this is hardcore. One mistake, and it's over for good. I'm not taking that risk. Forget the loot. I'm getting out of here before things go south. Nope, nope, nope. I heard that. I'm out. Phew, that was close. I'm never going down there unprepared again. Whew, that was way too close. Never going into an ancient city without proper gear again. After that intense escape from the ancient city, I finally made it back to the surface. And guess what? I popped out right into an ice biome. The whole place was covered in snow and packed ice. Looked absolutely beautiful. And while exploring, I found a wild dog. Gave him a bone and boom, we've got a new buddy for the journey. Oh, and I finally crafted a full set of diamond armor. Yup, now I feel way more prepared for whatever comes next. With my dog by my side and diamond armor on, we're ready to take on the world. After a long journey through snow, caves, and chaos, we finally decided to head home. Luckily, we had marked the island coordinates, and let me tell you, that saved us big time. It was a peaceful ride, my buddy sitting in front, guiding the way, and my loyal dog behind me, quietly enjoying the ride. And there it was, our island. After all the madness, it felt good to be back home. Back on the island, things were looking really good. The crops had grown beautifully. Wheat, carrots, everything was thriving. No more food problems for a while. Meanwhile, my friend went ahead and built a Nether portal. Yup, we're officially ready to explore the Nether. With food stocked up, gear ready, and a portal waiting, it's time to take our survival to the next level. We entered the Nether for the very first time. The place looked crazy. Lava everywhere, weird sounds, and dangerous mobs all around. A Zoglin rushed at us and we barely stopped it. Then, after exploring for a while, we found a Nether fortress. We fought blazes, some angry endermen, and even piglins. It was super hard. But somehow, we made it through all that. After collecting some loot, we returned to the overworld, alive and stronger than before. While we were in the Nether, I fought more endermen, one after another. It was risky, but totally worth it, because I managed to get 7 Eyes of Ender. With those in hand, me and my friend decided it was time. We're going to the end. We used the Eyes of Ender to start tracking the stronghold, step by step, getting closer to the final battle. We followed the Eyes of Ender, hoping to find the stronghold. But instead, they led us into a mangrove swamp biome. The place was full of thick trees, mud, and frogs jumping around. Totally unexpected. Still, we knew the stronghold had to be somewhere nearby, so we kept going. After a lot of patience, hard work, and time, we finally found it. The Eyes of Ender led us to a spot deep in the water. We dove in, and there it was, the hidden stronghold beneath the ocean. It felt unreal. We were just a few steps away from entering the end. We made it to the end portal room. Finally. But it wasn't peaceful. There was a monster spawner right there. We quickly destroyed it before it could get worse. A few silverfish still popped out, but we took them down fast. The portal was right in front of us. It was time. Me and my friends started placing the Eyes of Ender into the portal frame one by one. But suddenly, I slipped and fell into lava. I panicked, quickly placed water just in time to survive. Thankfully, I had crafted 2 extra Eyes of Ender, and those saved us. I placed the final eyes, and the portal lit up with that deep purple glow. No turning back now. We jumped in and entered the end. As we entered the end, we spawned far from the main island. So we carefully placed wooden blocks, building our way closer. Once we got a bit near, we used ender pearls to teleport the rest of the way. It was risky, but it worked. We had finally reached the dragon's arena. Once we reached the island, I grabbed my water bucket and started climbing the obsidian towers. Using the water stream, I made my way up, slow and careful. At the top, I destroyed the end crystal. 1 down. I kept going tower to tower, breaking the crystals to stop the dragon from healing. After destroying all the end crystals, it was time. Me and my friend rushed toward the Ender Dragon. I aimed my crossbow and landed the first hit from a distance. Then the dragon swooped down and landed near the portal. I didn't wait. I ran in with my diamond sword and started swinging. Every hit pushed us closer to victory. Finally, we did it. After a long, intense battle, we defeated the Ender Dragon. We quickly jumped into water to avoid the Enderman chasing us. Then, we carefully collected the Ender Dragon egg, our ultimate trophy. And just like that, we jumped back into the portal, back to the overworld. 100 days, survived, explored, built, and conquered. We did it, and it feels amazing. In a world where every sunrise brought new challenges, we stood tall. Day by day, block by block, we built our story. We laughed, we panicked, we explored the unknown, we braved caves, escaped the Warden, crossed frozen lands, and stared into the eyes of the end. And now, we stand here, victorious. The Ender Dragon has fallen, but what we gained was more than a trophy. It was the memories, the friendship, the moments that turned this world into our world. We didn't just survive 100 days, we made them unforgettable. This is not just the end of a challenge, it's the beginning of our legacy. Thanks for being part of our journey. We'll see you in the next one.